So, what makes the Make Me video interesting to me? I think it's actually the beginning of when they start sending Britney Spears away. We also get the closest comparison dates we have between the double and Britney Spears, the double being linebacker. Let's get into it. So earlier today, Britney Spears posted this video. I was like, why is that man missing a hand? So, I mean, long story short, badly rendered, badly edited video where they try to green screen the leopard in. But it got me thinking. You know the story behind the Make Me video? There are two different videos. Previously on this channel, I've already discussed how 2016, there's legal documents. They did start institutionalizing her in 2016. If not, check out this video. But that's old news. Let's talk about new news. It's a 2-week span between when they shoot the video and when they reshoot the video. Because a lot of people come in and be like, well, how do you know what date this is? Maybe she looks different. People don't really change very much in 2 weeks. So a follower gave me some useful information that they received from their doctor. 3 things never change: eye shape, hand size, teeth. There's been extensive videos about Britney Spears' teeth. I ain't no fucking doctor. I am a short girly, so I like to bring in height. Yeah, a bitch can get taller, but not in 2 weeks. So you know how many fucking days I wished I was taller, so don't fuck around with me and height, okay? I'm like, that woman's taller now. Because I ever walk in the room and just see a tall woman and go, tall bitch. Yeah, I do. She can reach the top shelf. I fucking can't. Anyways. And honestly, I bet Britney Spears is like, yeah, can't believe those bitches think that tall ass bitch is me. I'm sorry. I went ahead and took a bunch of screenshots, okay? So, I want you to notice the one in the middle, right there. This one right here. Look how big this bitch's hands are. Look how fucking big they are. They're as big as her whole fucking face. And in the first Make Me video, they're kind of tiny. Look how small they are compared to her face. Here's it on her face compared to the one with her face. It's smaller. Here's her clapping. I think you get the point. I mean, that's not the most damning. It was just for me. I was like, oh, those are some big ass fucking hands. Also, I think linebacker, her chest sits lower on her torso. It's strange to me. You know, because like, okay, look right here. You know, between the neck and, you know, where her chest starts, pretty much where, like, you know, her bra fits. It's much longer. And for comparisons, I put the Make Me video number 1. I put OG Britney on top of linebacker, and you see how she's taller. In order to make the body proportions fit, OG Britney's hat would have to sit lower, meaning that the person wearing the original hat is taller. Or we'd have to raise Britney up and give her some fucking height, but then again, the portion of the torso where the chest meets and stuff, they don't match. You know? I'm just saying. Also, OG Britney has curves. Linebacker doesn't. I don't know why no one notices that. Here's like a comparison to the sides. I think the most interesting part, honestly, is, I said it before, but linebacker has a more narrow head, and you can see it, and a longer face, which you can see right here. I've lined them up so that the eyes fit. The eyes don't actually even fit. The way that the eyes sit on the faces is just teeny bit more curved on OG Britney. So I'm gonna slide it for you so that you can see. See, the eyes are mostly fitting, but as you can tell, the noses don't fit because linebacker has a longer nose, which I've said previously, and a longer face. Her lips are also lower. Do you see how the chins are not matching up? There's a disjointedness with the chins. Oh, and OG Britney has lower set ears. Look. Yeah, so I thought that was interesting. Their eyes are very similar, but again, not exactly. Also, where their head, so let's do again. This is linebacker. Now we're gonna push over OG Britney. Her eyebrows sit higher. The eyes very similar. Not exact though. It's the nose which gets you, you know, the nose. Let's do this one. OG Britney to the left. Linebacker right here. Now we're gonna slide over. See how the chins aren't matching? But the eyes were pretty good. I did a pretty good job setting the eyes. If you zoom more into linebacker, it goes up. Whereas OG Britney goes down. Going up on Tuesday, you know? I know you can get plastic surgery, but not in 2 weeks and it doesn't revert back, okay? So, I thought that was interesting. Very similar features, but the nose gets them, and the longer head. So, what I need you to know is this. When we make observations on this channel, we're taking everything in culmination. We're taking everything all together. So maybe there is a dispute over one aspect of one of the points I brought up, but you're going to have to bring up all the points in one presentation so I care. Otherwise, if I ignore your point, it's minute. No fucking offense. Like, in the overall argument of whether this is Britney Spears, unless you dispel the many inconsistencies, I don't really care. I don't mean to be an asshole, but it's just very good for finding that minute difference. No, like seriously, excellent work. But all the facts taken together tell me that's not her. If you could tell me it's her and I could quit, lovely, honestly. Sometimes when people are like, you could be banned, I'm like, oh, would that be the worst? Because then I'm like, well, I don't want to do this no more. Stupid fucking morals, honestly. So whenever I think about Glory, I kind of think about the song from Rent, because I kind of feel like it was a last push, especially if you're a person that's on the brink of giving up. This is the Hail Mary to feel like a person again. And the lyrics are like this.
One song, glory, one song before I go, glory, one song to leave behind, find one song, one last refrain.
From the blind items that I read, some really heartbreaking ones like this one right here. The thing I don't like about this Britney Spears thing sometimes is I feel like all the pieces start to really line up and it just really fucking bums me the fuck out. They line up too nicely, to be honest. I think people get the idea that I will be offended if I'm wrong. I'm not offended if I'm wrong. God, I hope I'm wrong. Coming at me who haven't put the due time, diligence, and just fucking care. A lot of my followers, honestly, are very, very, very fucking nice that they preface it. But I'm talking about like the random asshole who hasn't even looked into this motherfucker for a second. It's just like, hey, you're wrong just because I said so, but I didn't look into it, spend any time on it, and I just wanted to tell you. Okay, buddy. Sit the fuck back down and learn something. But yeah, Glory seems like a last-ditch effort.
I remember recording Glory, and for some reason, I think producing and making music, and I went to this little Spanish house, and I got the fire back in my eyes for some reason, and it was at the end of recording Glory, and my son named it, and things started kind of taking a turn because I started getting more confidence just for myself, and I think with confidence, people kind of like, oh, wait, what's going on now? Like, she's speaking up a little bit more, but it might not be particularly a good thing if I'd been quiet for 15 years. I think with confidence comes enlightenment, which makes you think better. And that's the last thing they wanted me to do, is to actually be better. Because then, who would be in control then?
So, 2016 seems to be an important time for Britney Spears. You know, I've already said this in my podcast, but it seems about the time when she was like, hey, I want to be a fucking person again. You know, I've been asleep. I've been just walking through this like I'm a zombie. I want to take control back. I want to take control of my life. I want to take control of my career. This had previously happened right before the conservatorship, in my opinion. In the time around Blackout. You know? Because she had experimented with this, in my opinion, by the Mona Lisa song. You know, she started writing, trying to take creative control, you know, through the original Doll CD. That didn't work out. By the time Blackout happens, you know, she's gone full scorched earth on this, that she's like, you know, you're either with me or you're out. And her family and all her management, everyone gets scared, which ends up in the conservatorship, in my opinion. So, 2016 is kind of more like a soft launch of that, where it's like, well, I'm not going to get out of this conservatorship, but maybe I can take back a little part of myself and keep going. as we can tell, unfortunately, that doesn't happen. So 2016 is, to me, if this was a story of her life, the climax right before the ending. Because whatever happens from 2017 till today is the fallout of what happened in 2016. At least to me. I feel like whatever is happening now is the fallout from 2016 that we are currently seeing. So, what always made me intrigued, or whatever, what made me very like, wow, that's crazy. What I always found crazy was the fact that, they were able to get her to reshoot the Make Me video so soon after scraping it. This isn't the first time they've done this, by the way. They did the same thing for the Blackout launch. If you watch the trajectory of the Glory launch with the Blackout launch, it's very similar. They fuck it up on purpose for her. They reshoot her videos that she meticulously planned and actually kind of designed and had a whole fucking idea of how she wanted it to be. I believe it was the Give Me More song, or Piece of Me. It was supposed to be a funeral of old Britney. Kind of like the Cage scenario. If you haven't seen the original Make Me video, we'll watch it now. And then I'll play it side by side with the original, or the one that was released. So, this is my friend suspiciousask, and she did an excellent fucking summary of the behind the scenes of the Glory video. I like her take a lot. And she's comparing it in this video to The Idol and the character of Jocelyn, and how it mirrors Britney Spears' life. So, take a look.
I got a few comments asking for this comparison, and I do think that there's a lot of similarities in the choreography for Jocelyn's music video and for Britney's original music video for Make Me. The original Make Me music video was shot by David LaChapelle, who's worked with Britney before on her Every Time music video, which is my favorite. I love that music video so much. It tells a story just like the Make Me music video told a story. For the original video, Britney wanted to be in a cage. She threw a TV out the window. It electrocuted one of her dancers and she had to resuscitate him back to life. They bulldozed the house and then made out in the bulldozer. It was a lot of stuff going on, but there was a story there. G-Eazy was also in the music video. He was in the same room as Britney. And they even appeared to have sex, and she kind of like choked him out a little bit. But when all was said and done, the whole music video got scrapped. And allegedly it's because it was too racy. I think the real reason why it was scrapped and what the comparison is between Britney and Jocelyn here is that, like I said, Britney was trying to tell a story. She was trying to take creative control. And I don't think they wanted her to tell that story. So I think the parallels of Jocelyn and Britney are that they both worked so freaking hard just to have to put out a final product that they didn't really identify with. They were both expected to basically be superhuman, and when they showed that humanness, it's a psychotic episode, it's a mental break. So Jocelyn, just like Britney, isn't really being given enough freedom in her artistry. Being commercial and being perfect takes precedent over her doing what she feels comfortable with. And just like Britney, she worked extremely hard only to be punished in the moments that she was human.
No,
so
later
here are the
on
music
Saturday.
videos.
Yes, Saturday.
Side by
Like
side.
multiples of you.
Yeah,
Good-looking
hot
friends.
Yes.
Right? Hot option.
This sounds like an evil plan.
I promise you, we're up to hell good.
Okay.
You're gonna have a lot of fun.
You're gonna be there?
I'll be there.
I'm there.
Saturday at 1. We'll see you there. Nice. Bye, Michael.
Bye, Michael.
Call your friends.
Bye, Michael.
Friday, I'm dreaming a mile a minute about somebody. This feeling I wanna go with it, 'cause there's no way Oh, hiding away from this tonight.
Sorry, I just paused randomly right here, but who the fuck is this? Like, I mean, I thought it was linebacker, but she looks like Celine Dion or some shit. Or like Paris Hilton?
If it's a random person or the biggest star out in Vegas or a little bar, it's really not a difference if it's near or far. Listen, here we are, I need you. I've always wanted what was off limits, staring at you till I'm caught in this, back and forth like this is all tennis. I'm all jealous, you came with someone, but we can tell that there's changes coming. See, I can tell that you're a dangerous woman. That means you're speaking my language, come on, now follow me, let's go. Like Penelope and Blow. Said I need you and I can take you all the way and I'm able. So follow me and I can make you.
So, in order to understand the fallout of what happened in 2016 and where we're currently at and how that relates to Britney Spears' life, you have to understand the importance of the Glory album. I think the Make Me video is actually a pivotal point of where things take fold and how things have transpired. Let's look at the timeline. Make Me music video history. On July 2nd, 2016, it was the first day Britney Spears posts on her Instagram and tweets posts about being the first day of filming and the excitement that she has for the Glory album with the first single of Make Me. First, she posted this picture on her Instagram. It said steamy camera because, you know, today's first day of shooting was fire. She posted this on July 4th, a couple of days into filming. So what's interesting is there's also eyewitness accounts of the Make Me video filming, including this video on YouTube where at about 23 seconds she's fighting with somebody. Some people think it's the director. I don't think it's the director. So you hear her say, "I don't like it." She yells it out loud. And then at the end, someone else here makes a point that at 57 seconds, you hear Britney screaming asshole to whoever there is. The director did the Every Time video, and if you've read the book or you understand all the goddamn headlines of the book that didn't talk about the things that happened recently but only discussed past events, you know that Every Time video is very important to her and it's a very personal, private moment. The director is the same director as this video. Isn't it interesting that she chose that director? She had more creative control and more input into this video. I think it's T-Con. I think it's her dad or somebody on her team. We know Larry's there. The narrative that is put into place is that TMZ says that the video was too racy, which is why it was not taken out. But that narrative actually doesn't make sense with the following timeline. On July 15th, Britney Spears posts on her Twitter account the choreography for the video, the Make Me. What's interesting is none of this choreo is in the next video. The reshoot doesn't have any of these dance moves. Bitch doesn't even fucking dance because, as we all know, linebacker can't fucking dance for shit, just saying. So that's posted on July 15, 2016. If you looked earlier, it said 4 p.m. What's interesting about that? The very next day is the first day of reshoots with a brand new director. And from visually looking at it, as we've seen earlier, or what we're gonna see, it doesn't look like Britney Spears is the same person in the next 2 weeks. You can say that she changed, but then notice at the Billboard Music Awards, OG Britney's face is back. That's about a couple months later. So what looks like to have transpired to me is that she was promoting her new music video for an album that she's very excited for. Then sometime between the evening to the next day, they tell her, just like they did in the Blackout CD, we're scrapping your fucking concept. You're fucked. And unlike the Blackout era, where she went along with it, because her kids and all that stuff, she's probably been in this situation for years now. As many of the blind items make me believe, maybe this wasn't the decision she wanted. Sitting alone, eating dinner, like this blind item right here. She wants, if she could just have one moment of her life back, she can keep doing this. The thing about, if manipulative people were a little bit fucking smarter, what they would understand is, eventually the dog bites the fuck back. Even the most obedient dog will bite you the fuck back. You're all too greedy, but you guys get greedy and you want more and more. You couldn't just one fucking moment, I'm just saying. Between that, they wanted to crush her because she was trying and vying for so much independence and so much confidence. I believe this is the first time they institutionalize her, because it doesn't narratively make sense. Why would you post the choreo? And it's not like she posted the tweet of shade. It was just very normal promotion. It was, here's the choreo for Make Me, and then here's the link for the Spotify. And this, to me, is reaffirmed when the Make Me video comes out. Spin, and the first broadcast. Immediately after the video airs, TMZ issues an article. After, Britney Spears version 1 of new music video, Too Sexy or Just Pointless. So what's interesting about this is, the video will not even be leaked for another 3 years. This is written in 2016. What's the point of this? If the spin was just to say it was her creative choice, why would they add the other part, or just Too Pointless? No one's even seen the fucking video yet. That last part, to me, is added to insult somebody, to humiliate them, to kind of sneer at them and be like, you thought, bitch, no one's seen the video. This would have fit the narrative. They just put version 1 Too Sexy, which is what called for, the new filming, the new, re-edits. Also, the actual music video, they don't even call G-Eazy back. If you're going to go through all the trouble of hiring a new music video director, hiring, dancers again, and, getting everyone back on set because you don't like the concept, why would you cheapen out and not hire G-Eazy back? Maybe he was busy. Maybe he met OG Britney. And if you brought the linebacker in, he would know a difference and you didn't get him to sign the NDA. Because here's the difference between the Slumber Party music video. At the point when Tinashe films the video, she's never met OG Britney. So if linebacker is the first instance of Tinashe meeting OG Britney, she's like, wow, Britney's way taller in real life than she is in pictures and what they write online. But I don't believe that you could actually see linebacker and Britney and believe they're the same people if you had previously met OG Britney. People who have met both of them are likely in on it. People who have only met one of them likely are not. That's my 2 cents. This article to me doesn't really make any sense, because if no one's even seen this new version, why would you want to make someone feel bad? Unless it was Britney Spears and you're like, Britney's people went to Randy St. Nichols. And you know what? The fact that Dave LaChapelle helped Britney make this video made him an enemy. It seems like this was to insult him too, like, don't fuck around with us. Don't do that. She doesn't call the shots. We do. So, I believe this is Britney Spears' Hail Mary. Because the first time she tried to do this, she didn't fight back hard enough and she got sent in conservatorship. What the fuck does she have to lose now? This whole story is about control, lack of it, the too much of it from her team, the containment of it, desperation to keep it, both parties. This is the climax of her movie. We're at the fallout / coming towards the resolution, which I'm not sure what happens, but our girl fought back. It didn't go well, but we'll see how it goes.